Hi, my name is Jay Sugarman, and I want to welcome you to Museum Open House. This ongoing series features and highlights many of the outstanding museums and other cultural institutions. The main purpose of most programs is to inform viewers about current and upcoming exhibits, various programs, resources, and other opportunities that are available for the general public. Today, via Zoom, we're fortunate to have as our guests four highly accomplished local artists: Toby Reed, Cindy Cole, Nicole Mordecai, and Ritu Singh. They're here today to inform us about an exciting collaboration among three of Newton's most dynamic arts organizations: the Newton Art Association, the Newton Camera Club, and the Newton Watercolor Society. These groups, each with a long history of fostering creativity, community, and artistic excellence, have come together to produce a special joint exhibition entitled Trilogy, a Newton Art Collaboration, which is now on view at Newton's recently opened Cooper Center for Active Living. This exhibition, on display until January 31st, brings together painters, photographers, and watercolorists in a single shared space, creating a vibrant cross-section of visual expression. It's a celebration not only of artistic talent, but of community connection, intergenerational engagement, and the power of art to enrich the lives of older adults, neighbors, and visitors alike. Let's start by meeting our guest and hear how this collaboration came about, what it reveals about Newton's artistic community, and how each of their groups continues to support and inspire local artists. Welcome. So delighted you're all able to be here. Last week I had the wonderful opportunity to visit and tour the Cooper Center and admire all the artwork that is exhibited throughout the building. Before we hear about the exhibition and the art organizations, Toby, as a longtime member of both the Newton Art Association and the Newton Watercolor Society, would you please start by sharing just how this exhibition space came about in the first place?
Yes, Jay, I'd be happy to do that. And I want to thank you again for this opportunity to talk about the exhibit. So this is a rather long story, which I will condense. But more than 8 years ago, I started reading about the push to build a new senior center. And as it got realer, it was clear to me that many people thought of it in terms of more space, more rooms for community, more rooms for activities. But I also thought about the fact that there were going to be a lot of corridors in this building. And there would also be a fair amount of community space in the first floor. What good exhibit space needs is two things. It needs wall space and it needs foot traffic. And the location just below the Newtonville commercial district is excellent in both of those ways.
Mm.
It's a big building, it's over 30,000 square feet, and there are two main corridors on both floors, and there's lots of community space on the lower floor. We didn't know all that in the beginning, but I thought that that's probably where the direction the building would go in. So I contacted the presidents of the three art organizations, and this is far enough ago, long ago, so that they were all people who the three presidents then have been replaced by the three current presidents.
Mhm.
And I said, I think this is a great location to do for exhibit space. It could be something like the Newton Library, which is one of the best
Mm.
exhibit spaces in the city. And they were all very enthused about it. So then I contacted Josh Morse, who's the Commissioner of Public Buildings, and Jane Colino, who was then the director of the Senior Center. And I asked if we could, I explained to Josh what we were thinking, and I said, could you set up a meeting so that we could all meet with you? So we had a meeting in the old senior center, which is
Mm.
now the site of the new senior center. And we talked in real generalities, but we made the case that bringing art to the building would be a win for the users in the city, and it would be a win for the arts community. And Jane and Josh were very positive about it. So that's how this all started. So I went to, I attended a lot of public meetings, about 2 years worth of went into finding the site, and by that time, the architect had been hired. And they started working on the program, and it got more and more real. In the past year or so, it became very real because we had a set of plans and elevations. And from that, we could establish a rough idea about how many linear feet of exhibit space there would be in the corridors and the community rooms. And from that, we derived a very approximate number of the spaces that would be good for hanging art. And then based on the size of the three arts organizations, we divided them up in a way that felt fair to all of us so that each organization got something that was proportional to their size. Um, I also want to talk very briefly about why I said I thought this was a win for both the senior center and the community as well as us. It's sort of obvious that most artists want to show their work, and partly it's because people like sharing what they've worked on and done well. It's also because they like getting comments from other artists and also from the public. But I think the public gains a lot from artwork too. One of the things that art does is it makes people look at things in different ways and think more about them, and it pulls them in. And I think many of the pieces that are in this exhibit do exactly that. So,
No, it's a fabulous collection, just a wide range to appreciate and enjoy.
yes.
And for the sake of time, we're going to move on and hear about the different art organizations and get to see some of the fabulous work that's on display. Cindy, welcome. Delighted to be able to be here. As past co-president and now an advisory board member, would you please start by sharing a little bit about the overall mission of the Newton Art Association?
Thank you, Jay. The Newton Art Association is now 76 years old and has about 220 members. Our mission is one of supporting artists and art expression and art appreciation, not only among members of our association, but we feel strongly about reaching out to the community too, in terms of our not just exhibits, but in terms of public art and our high school scholarship program. All of these things are ways that we help, that we do contribute to the community. Other things about the Art Association, we have a vibrant program of professional development presentations,
Mm.
critiques, artist demonstrations, and as I mentioned, the scholarship program. So we have several activities going on within the year that certainly foster the artist and the community. These presentations are all open for free to the community, so they can get other artists or art enthusiasts can gain entrance to these things for free. So
That's
it's a marvelous organization, very creative. I'm proud to be a member of it, and I encourage anyone interested in art to join.
No, most definitely had the wonderful opportunity to feature a number of exhibitions over the years. How were artists selected or invited to participate in this exhibition?
Good question. This exhibit was juried, meaning that we have a juror who selects the pieces of art that are exhibited. There were 50 submitted paintings or artworks, and 25 were chosen for this exhibit.
Fabulous. Can you give us a sense of the range of submissions?
In terms of the type of submissions are quite diverse in terms of not only the style of paintings, representative, abstract, a lot in between, but also different media and such as encaustic oils, acrylics, mixed media. So there's quite a diverse, exciting range of the types of paintings and artworks that are done, and as well as the subject matters.
What does it mean for you and other artists, other members to now have this opportunity to display work in the newly opened civic space?
This is extremely important because one of the issues that Toby brought up is that all of the art organizations have limited venues within which to exhibit. So having this new venue is exciting. We hope it will be meaningful to the community. We have reason to think that it will be meaningful to the community. Uh, and it's another venue that we have been waiting for and looking for. And thanks to Toby, it's come about to reality.
And what impact do you hope this type of partnership model might have on future collaborations in Newton?
I'm a firm believer in collaboration. There's so much that comes out of good collaboration. And and just this experience has been a wonderful experience working with Nicole and Ritu and Toby as well. Um, so in terms of what it means another dynamic venue that we have not had, and it means the joy of collaborating with other art organizations.
Fabulous. And how can viewers and others listening become members and get involved with the Newton Art Association?
Simply go to our website, Newton Art Association, and under the tab of membership, you can certainly join. You can join as an associate member, which means you get all the privileges, but you can't exhibit for only $40, but you get to participate in all the other activities. And so you can also be a full artist member for $50 and have access to all of the benefits. So simply to go to the website and join, and we appreciate any contribution to our annual fund.
Fabulous, fabulous. Well, thank you for that background information and just giving us a little bit behind the scenes how these contributions to the fabulous trilogy exhibit came about. Uh, Nicole, welcome.
Thank
Could you
you.
start by sharing, as president of the Newton Camera Club now, what the group's overall mission is?
Sure. So the Camera Club is the mission is to provide a welcoming community for photographers in the Newton area. We have members from not only Newton, but many surrounding communities.
Hmm.
And we help people to learn about photography, improve their skills. Collaboration, as Cindy was talking about, is very important because we're trying to build a community of photographers. And we provide opportunities for them to share work both online and in print shows. And so this is an exciting new opportunity for us for print shows.
And what levels of experience do the members represent?
We welcome members of all levels, and I want to mention specifically that anybody who's serious about phone photography, we
Hmm.
have quite a few members who are now only using their phone cameras. So we welcome everybody who is interested in image making with digital or analog media. Our meetings are open to the public, and if somebody is interested in joining, they're welcome to come and attend meetings. Um, if you want to exhibit with us or participate in our competitions or our print shows or critique sessions, then you have to become a member, but you can certainly try out meetings and see if it's
Hmm.
something that you're interested in.
How were members invited to participate in this exhibition?
Well, we held a jurying process, and we actually juried for two shows simultaneously. We have another show going up in the new Art Center's trio corridor.
Hmm.
So we selected artwork. So people submitted quite a bit of artwork, and we selected 15 works for the Cooper Center show, and then the remainder for the other show. So it was the jury was an internal group of Camera Club senior members.
Can you provide a sense of the range of submissions that are on display? Anything locally
Absolutely.
featured and beyond?
Yeah, well, we have a range, landscape, some wildlife, architecture, black and white, a lot of vibrant colors. So it's a range. With only 15 works, it's a little bit limited, but I think we tried to pick some of the stronger works that were submitted. So hopefully people will enjoy those.
Are there some submissions that reflect the Newton community?
Hmm. Yes, there is one notable one, which is an image of Bullows Pond.
Mm,
And so we have one iPhone photographer in the group who has been taking pictures of Bullows Pond for many years and has an extensive collection of beautiful, mainly landscape images.
terrific, terrific. As I asked Cindy, can you share what it means to have this opportunity, both yourself and for fellow members of the Camera Club, to have this new civic space as an
Yeah,
opportunity
we're
to
we're
share?
all really excited about it. To have such a beautiful new venue that's large enough that we can really accommodate quite a few artworks where each of our organizations is hoping to have solo, I don't know if you can call it a solo show, but our organization just of a one organization show
Mhm.
and to be able to hang quite a few works is really exciting. And to get the kind of foot traffic that this building we anticipate will get really enables us to highlight our organizations and let the community know what we have to offer.
What's been some of the reaction and feedback you've gotten from participants, fellow members about the exhibition space and this
Yeah, well,
trilogy?
all the exhibitors are really pleased and very excited to see their work hanging in this beautiful new space. A number of us were there at the ribbon cutting, and
Mhm.
to see so many people in the community in that building, it was really quite exciting, and the energy around it, and all of the good feelings that were there in that building, and the fact that the whole community of the mayor and the governor lieutenant governor were there. It was just nice that all these people can enjoy our artwork.
No, it's the Cooper Center is going to be a truly special place for many, many years to come, and just a wonderful collaboration with the local art organizations to make this such an integral part of the building. Moving on, Ritu, welcome. Delighted you're able to be here. As president of the Watercolor Society, would you please start by sharing its overall mission?
Yes, thank you so much, Jay, for having me over. And can't say how proud I am and delighted I am to be part of this trilogy exhibition. Not only that it's the three art associations that have come through, but I think over the last 2.5, 3 years, I think getting to know Nicole and Toby and Cindy, it's just been, really wonderful. As for Newton Watercolor Society, there used to be Newton Art Association, and a branch of it, some artists who wanted to pursue just watercolor decided to kind of
Mm.
start their own organization. So a lot of our members are still members of both. Um, so in about 2008, two members decided to start Newton Watercolor Society, and the motto or our mission was to provide more learning opportunities for watercolor artists. So big part of our mission is to have workshops, have invite watercolor artists from all across the world and have workshops and have opportunities for our members to learn from different artists, different styles. Medium stays the same, of course, but so we've had over last, we started in 2008, so we're almost coming up to, you know, long time,
Yeah.
20 something years. But we've had Charles Reed, who was a famous watercolor artist, as one of the first people who taught a workshop for us. In the last couple of years, we've had, world-renowned names like Joseph Zbukowicz. We just had Amit Kapoor, who's a very well-known artist from India. Alvaro Casanet. We have Jose Carrera coming up in March. So we have, we aspire to provide the best of the best, I guess, to our members. So that was the mission.
Fabulous. Well, speaking of the best, how were submissions gathered for this exhibition from the Watercolor Society?
So we again also had a jury for so we had one of the local artists be the juror for our selection. We sent out an invitation to our membership. We have a membership which is almost about 150 members now, and we got about 48, just under 50 submissions for this exhibit, and we chose 21. So Paul Alley was our juror, and he selected the paintings for this exhibition.
I know we're fortunate to see some examples. Could you give us a little broader sense of the range of submissions?
So we have, as you can see, there is a still life right in front of me, the ugly jar. There is florals, there is landscapes, there are figures. There are different styles in watercolors. We have some portraits, which are very, very wonderful artists who've done them. That's their specialty. We have, urbanscapes, landscapes. So there is a whole range. And like others have said, we're open to everybody. There are beginners who have just taken up watercolor after, many years of doing another medium or starting for the first time. And we have people who've been doing it for upwards of 30 years. So it's a varied.
That's fabulous. And as you said, very welcoming to new members. As I asked the others, what is this opportunity, this new space, this new opportunity for civic exhibition mean for you and other members of the Watercolor Society?
It's, I would have to say, same as my camera club and art association friends have said, we are always looking for spaces to display the art, and there is a few places that are where you can do it without spending a lot of money, and city provides few of them, and it's always a welcome opportunity to do that. I think for the Cooper Center, I think just the foot traffic, so many people have opportunity to see the work, because like Newton Library, this is also going to be an area where it's going to be, people are going to be coming and going, as compared to, we've had exhibitions at the City Hall as well, which is a wonderful gallery, but we always feel that the foot traffic is people who only need to be there kind of go there, except on the weekends when they can go visit it. So it's a great opportunity for us to be able to showing our work there.
Terrific. Toby, how have visitors, I know it's still very early and the exhibition's going to be on display until the end of January, but what's been some of the reaction and feedback you've seen or observed?
Well, I can tell you the reaction I saw on opening day. The building opened at 9:30, but the actual event was held in the gymnasium. So there was half an hour for people to, the building was packed with people on both floors. So I walked around both floors to see what the exhibit looked like. And I was pleasantly surprised at how many people stopped and looked and talked to each other about the artwork. I thought they would just be focused on the building and the
Yeah.
spaces and the activities, but they really looked at the artwork. And I thought, well, if they're looking at the artwork on this date, that's a real source of interest to many people. And I think that it changing every 3 months means people will continue to look for new artwork because they'll have multiple opportunities throughout the year.
Are there going to be any follow-up workshops or presentations related to the exhibition?
Well, we haven't planned them now, but this is a huge step up from the old senior center, and I think it will take Mignon and her staff a while to work out how things are going to work in the building. And I suspect that there will be more opportunities and collaborations down the road.
Terrific.
By the way, one of the times we met with Mignon in her temporary office in Newton Highlands, I was really pleased to see that she had 7 pieces of framed original artwork on her walls. I thought, this is a sympathetic ear.
Nice, nice. In closing, like to hear from each of the representatives from the art organizations, just how viewers and others can stay in touch and find out more. Cindy, could you share best contact information for the Newton Art Association?
Best contact information is still on our website. We will be noting this exhibit, so they will have awareness of that on the website. And I think just otherwise, the spreading the word. And I know that our members are excited about it. Certainly those who submitted and were accepted are excited about it. And we're just continuing through our newsletters to emphasize what an incredible opportunity this is.
And the Cooper Center will definitely serve that function for all the other art organizations as well as exhibitors to come. Nicole, just a quick word of contact information for the
Yes,
Camera
well,
Club.
if you are at the Cooper Center, you can scan the QR codes on the photographs and get to our website, which is newtoncameraclub.org. You can send an email to info@newtoncameraclub.org, and everything, our whole schedule is on the website, and you can just look at the schedule. You can sign up to be on the mailing list for free, and you can show up at one of our meetings, and we will welcome you.
Wonderful, wonderful. And Ritu, a quick
Yeah.
word about getting in touch with the Watercolor Society.
Yeah, I would say it's the same. Please visit our website at newtonwatercolorsociety.org, and you can reach us at newtonwatercolorsociety.org. It has all our schedules. We have a lot of weekly programs that we do. So there's a list of all of them, videos and art chats and things like that. So you'll find all our information up there.
Terrific, terrific. Well, unfortunately, we've come to the end of the program. I want to thank all of you again for taking the time to be here. Congratulations on Trilogy, Newton Art Collaboration. What a way to add to the Cooper Center's kickoff exhibition. Eager to go back and view it, and definitely encourage others to make their way before January 31st. Continued success to all of you with future endeavors.
Thank you for
Thanks very
having
much.
us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Also want to thank those of you watching for joining us and hope you'll be able to tune in next time.